Hello, my peeps. Welcome to day 24 of 25 days to an organized craft room. That's right. It's the day before the finish. And as per usual, Rascal sensed it was time to take a video. So why not come stand right where I need to film? Rascal. Okay, go. Go. Hey, say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Now go. Okay. So yesterday I said there's all but, let's put my foot up. There's all but one area. This is how we do it here. That we haven't done that we'll do today. And I guess it would have been easier if I told you what it was yesterday, because I realized afterwards I said any area we hadn't touched. So you might have already done this area because I didn't say, hey, this is the one we're doing tomorrow. But anywho, last thing we're going to hit is, and I do realize that I don't think I ever, I don't know, maybe I did show somewhere along the way. I have daubers that are meeting the dog's approval, and I have sponges. And I haven't used those in quite a while. I think I'm going to thin some of that out. And I do have some brushes and stuff. And other like just sort of general crafting type things. I think I will just put them in there. It's just good handy storage. Now the one that I use constantly, I'll see if this will hold the dog back, is this one. So today is about cleaning. Stampin' Up's had many things over the ages, and I realize if I look up here to where the hand tools are, right there is my Stampin' Scrub. So we did that one with the hand tools just because it was there, but I do have a little drawer of Stampin' Up stuff, or like other cleaning stuff. Not there, it's all Stampin' Up. But so this is my Stampin' Scrub, no, Stampin' Shammy, and what I've done is I've cut it in half because I find it's really big, full size. I almost don't want to touch that. Yesterday when I was stamping something, I realized that one of my stamps had a flaw in it. So I inked up the entire stamp, like just on the piece of cellophane that it comes on, window sheet, whatever. I inked up the whole thing with red because that happened to be what I was using, and stamped it as one big thing just to check and see if any of the other stamps had a problem. But then I usually will like tap, tap, tap and stamp off and get as much ink off my stamps as possible before I clean them. But I didn't really do that. I didn't even think of it. I just took out the chamois and wiped off the whole thing, and there was so much red ink. So today we're going to kind of go through, and this is the last little bit of checking things. But so obviously I'm going to give these a nice good clean because I did it last night and I just left it sitting there. I keep these in this dish just because it's open. If you put them in the stamp cases, our stamp cases don't 100% seal, like they're not meant to be airtight. So as long as a bit of air is getting in there, but you have to watch because if it's too wet and it's like something's like sitting on top of it or something and it's squishing it down and it's making it airtight, it could mold. I guess it won't guaranteed, but it could depending on how long you leave it. So I use this dish. I have no idea. I think it was actually a bento box for lunch, like for my son's lunches, and then we lost the lid or the part of it or something. But it just happens to be the perfect size, so that needs to get a little wash. So yeah, you know when you buy them, well, here's the funny part too. Yeah, let's just move over to the desk. You know when you buy them, they're this size, right? And they come in a little container like this. I have one, and it's quite hard. So yeah, oops, I don't know, did I show anything important? No. They do gain a little size when you get them wet. But I always have a spare one. Excuse me, just hit puberty. I always have a spare one just in case. Again, some dish of something. I have no idea where it came from. I keep one of my sponges in here. And if I'm going to be doing like a whole bunch of 3D projects where I'm using the glue and I'm gluing them all together, I will go and get this sponge quite wet and leave it in this dish so that as I'm working, I can do the dainty little, do, and clean my fingers off, because if I work with too much liquid glue or if I'm doing things like that where I'm holding and pressing, guaranteed my fingers are covered. This didn't last very long. And I've only used it a few times, but I keep it because every now and again I get a stamp that, like one of the photopolymers, it just starts to seem to, like, it gets so, I don't know, it's not dusty because it's sitting in a case, but it just loses its stick. It doesn't stick as well. And so every time I open the case, it slides down or falls. So I will use that to give them a really good clean and then just kind of rinse them off. It was originally intended, I think it was, for the photopolymers. I can't even remember the details of why we don't even have it anymore. So this was one of my prize possessions. Oh, it's really funny. It's kind of a teal color, like a Coastal Cabana. But when I look on my phone, it's very blue looking. It looks more green in person. So this is, I don't know if Tupperware even still sells them, but this is the best way to make the most of buying your wipes at Costco. Which, when I first started, sorry, I'm trying to open the lid. There we go. When I first started, I asked somebody, because sometimes the wipes leave little fibers everywhere and they just make your stamps dirty. So, and I know some people that clean their stamps. I will, on occasion, use this to clean my stamps. I tend to use it more if somebody's a really messy stamper and gets ink all over the block. I'll use it to clean the block off. Yeah, definitely use it to clean my fingers off. I use it to clean my silicone mat there when it gets either inky or dirty, or the glass or whatever. So, but this keeps a smaller amount of it, because when you buy them at Costco, they come in these huge things, and I think there's 9 in a box or something at Costco, and it's just a huge thing, and it doesn't have the best little seal on it. So I just opened it up. That one's a brand new one. I have to refill this. So when I do, I will open this. I will just cut the end of this off. Sorry, I just realized my camera's not where it's supposed to be. I'll cut the end of this off, pull out a chunk, put them in my little portable container, and then there's a Ziploc bag underneath there that I put this in so I can keep those. I know that here's the word everybody hates. So I can keep them moist. So there we go. So this is perfect because it's just right there, right? So sometimes if I'm crafting, the other reason I put it in that container was so that I don't get water on my desk or make any of my paper wet. But I find a lot of times I will just leave it there because this is just like right off my left knee as I sit. But it's the perfect place to put it. So really all my cleaning stuff is kind of in the same spot. So go through your stuff, make sure you need, every time I do this, like once a year I'll check, because with my Stampin Scrub, oops, we use Stampin Mist, and this thing is almost empty. And it occurs to me now that as I've been going through my whole craft room, I have not come across a bottle. No. Look at this, guys. I'm moving this out today because today's cleaning day. You'll get that from the second part. Just a minute. Is this the right drawer? Yes. I have purged and purged and purged and done all my cleaning. My son's going to carry that out to the garage for me where my retired product sale stuff is. So I think I showed this before. Yes. Okay, so I do have a bin in there that has all the like rubbing alcohol, and I've got some extra spray bottles and stuff. I did this for a project once. And so it comes like this, but some of them I just actually colored the whole bottle. So I was making sunshine boxes and spraying boxes yellow. So this is yellow. I'm pretty sure it's Daffodil Delight. And then a different project I made is red. I get this at the dollar store. I have the 99% one for certain techniques. The other ones I think are like 70 something, but they work fine if you're trying to color a white box. Anyhow, if I had any more of the Stampin' Mist, it would be there, which it's not. So I'm just being careful because I'm working on a whole bunch of things. So this is what we've been doing the whole time, right? So these are the things. Sorry, I can't film, and so I don't think I have Stampin' Mist. So instead of running out of it when I don't want to, I can order the refill. So I'm keeping a running tab as we're going. There we go. The other thing you want to do is, we're done now, right? We're done with the purging. We should have hit every section. I have extra containers. I have extra stuff. It's all there. So we need to take that out. We need to give the floor a good sweep. And if there's anything you haven't dusted, give it a good dust. It's nice to be in a clean classroom, craft room. So today's the last day of like this last little bit. Tomorrow we're going to finish up on a couple things. I'll do a better filming because this is the last day you have to put up with my terrible filming. But look at this. Like, isn't this nice? Ooh, new stamp positioner. About to make a video. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not sure what paperwork I have. I have paperwork over to the side here. And I can't remember what's written on any of it. So, yeah, I'm contemplating the stamp set. What do you think? So, yeah, let's finish up strong on today and then join me tomorrow. I have a fun video planned, so let's hope it works. And then I'll do well, let me know. Give me some comments and let me know if you want to do like a live Q&A, if there's anything else you want to see, if anything else I missed that I can add to tomorrow. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just see what epic nonsense I can come up with all on my own. Alrighty? Thank you, everybody. Happy organizing.